Hey everybody, Rodman here. Thanks for tuning in to Kenshi, Birth of a Hive. So, just to let you all know, I'm leaving the polls open for today up until Wednesday, the 30th. So if you have yet to vote on the upcoming changes to rules and goals, go ahead and go to rodamont.com, click the little info card to the top right, or go to the announcement section of Discord, and you can find the links there. So, last episode, we are picking up, we sort of took over Port North a little bit. I mean, it still exists, but we invaded it. So as you can see, all of the other traders' camp places, like the Trader's Edge, Slave Farm, Stone Camp, etc., are all hostile to us. If you check the factions here, the United Cities are still neutral, even though they're aligned with the Traders Guild. But the Traders Guild are going to be very angry because we definitely did as much damage to them as possible. Alright, what do I want to do? I don't have a repair kit on me. That is a little bit of a minor oversight. I'm not going to be able to repair my arm. But we are, however, able to head back to Port North and fully clear it out if we so wish. I just want to give everyone a moment to rest first. Checking back on home, we've been sort of tidying up the starter island area, making it ready to become a sort of guard post of sorts. I'm not going to continue building it, however, because the decision on whether or not to make walls and all that sort of changes the outcome of the guard post. Well, I have a lot of wheat. I have too much wheat. Let's do a quick check. All right, so it looks to me like our building materials are pretty healthy. That's probably more building materials than literally I will ever need, I think. Our iron refineries are being fed quite nicely, and we actually have a little surplus of iron, which means, I would say, in my opinion, we could do yet another iron refinery. So that would be in mining, iron refinery, and I'm going to place this one here. Now, it's not nicely laid out, all perfect-like, but yeah, it's in close proximity to the rest. And as we add iron refineries, we will need to add power production as well. So I'm sort of curious, at what point will G-Man over here not be able to feed the generator? So the generator I want to make fuel on is the biofuel wheat. This is all sorts of out of order. Falling to small generator. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Because we have just so much wheat. I'm going to lay off the hemp for a bit. How is my edge? Ooh, the edge ones are looking pretty good. No edge 2s out of crab yet. Let's check his stats. So he is able to... Yeah, he should be able to make them with chance. It says I could craft up the edge 3, but that's not true, I can tell you. Oboro, how about you? Have you been making bolts? So my bolt box is over by my barracks. And Delirious is gonna poke into there. Oh yeah, we have enough bolts. Oboro, you can stop. Where is he? He probably just made one and is running it over. Oh no, he's right. Where? Yes. Jobs are off. Yeah, jobs are off. I'm gonna have you just sit here on the hive stool. We have enough bolts for now. The decision on whether to use turrets or not is up to vote, but my vocal opinion about turrets is that because they do not require ammunition, I find them a little cheap. All the buildings in here are being broken down. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna expand this starter island until I get the results of said vote. But ignoring the names here, we have a pretty active hive. Now, I don't really have like a housing district or something like that. That's something else I could do. And then, of course, the ranch I haven't done either. I'm sort of waiting on the ranch because I don't know if I'm allowed to use cosmetic walls or not, and I don't want to build them and then break them down. As far as armor goes, ooh, we got some masterwork and specialist quality stuff we can start equipping. So let's go do that. Rage, you are going to be the first. I'm just doing them not in any particular order. But you, my good buddy, are now in almost head-to-toe masterwork, which is a significant difference. You're going to be super, super encumbered. This is a heavy plate, so that's going to be for someone like... I'd have to figure it out. Hold on 1 minute. Got to open up my roster. So... Pillar. Let's have you... You could grab it. Oh man, you are going to be so encumbered, it's going to be hilarious. Alright, so all the sort of standard or lower grade stuff is going to get somewhat dismissed. I will aim to have specialists only, hopefully soon masterwork only, but... Alright, Pillar, you are now super, super encumbered. How fast do you move? 17? Actually, that's not terrible. But you could also probably grab an edge 1, too, couldn't you? And then you'd be even slower. And as we make armor, I will, you know, I'll have people equip it, and we will, eventually have everyone in pretty reasonable gear. So Phoenix here, I'm going to have you grab some nice pants. And Little Light, same with you. I'm just going to keep doing this until, you know, people have the gear they need. Some Ronin helmets. Now, I do have to sort of decide what my crafters, what my sort of non-combat people are going to look like. Because that's... Whoa, tree. That's going to be important as well. Not something to be ignored. So, clothing bench. I would say, because it's not really armor, I don't personally have a problem of me making sort of non-armors. Because a straw hat and cargo pants and stuff like that's not exactly armor, right? It doesn't add enough armor to really be a problem. So I think what I'll do is make things like bandanas. I'll make headwear to sort of determine, you know, that stuff. So Resnick, I'm going to have you pop over here, prioritize the clothing bench, and craft up some straw hats. So the straw hats are going to be for our farmers, and maybe for Angel too as a cook. Maybe we'll have a better hat as a cook. I'm not sure. A wool caps, perhaps. And then bandanas for our crafters. And then all the non-combat people will be in bandanas. Alright, so back to the swarm here. I don't know why Green hopped out of bed. So I'm going to leave our beds here. I'm not going to bother removing them because I'm sure I will be back to rest again. So what I will do instead is I'm going to head back into town and go mess with some of those slavers. There is more to do over there. I just left because we were wounded, injured, and needed regrouping. But now we're good, so. Also, a lot of the escaped slaves here they're still being beat up. And I know they're not hiver slaves, but that doesn't really mean I don't also, you know, our queen dislikes slavery in all forms. So we're not going to be picky. Oh my god, the hits we had on that guard were really, really high. Yeah, now that we're all sort of healed up, the hits we're landing are pretty brutal. Our alarm raised? Yeah, you raise the alarm all you want. I will take your arm from you. So you can see my guys are, due to a mix of superior arms and armor and skill and gear and all that, we are just, it's just a slaughter. Wholesale slaughter. Alright, Queen, I'm sort of curious who's in the bar. Oh yeah, we have a lot of unconscious or dead or dying people. Now, interestingly enough, Port North here, I'm not exactly sure why it's not... I don't know how bad we have to mess them up to conquer them. So I'm coming in here. Oh, hello, guy. Knowing that my my weapons are far less effective indoors. Let's have Queen poke through their stuff. Some crappy sabers. Yeah, these guys really don't have weapons. That's actually something I've noticed that I take a little issue in, is most faction bases don't actually, they're not worth looting. They sort of, yeah, here, case in point, sort of have garbage. You know, here, oh, there is a safe here, though, that I can't crack into. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find some tools, aren't I? Yeah, that is super well locked safe. And I don't believe I brought any tools with me, because, you know, being foresight and all. Oh, we just went ahead and ate. Oh, hello. Goodbye, slaver. Oh, this is a whole caravan. Well, all your caravan don't belong to me. Alright, so this guy had some cats. No more for you. I'm not going to bother killing them off. I'm okay with their bleeding out. Whatever happens to them, happens to them. Osgolo's down again. Goes down pretty quick. But I will do is search them for, well, A, for repair kits. So I can repair my own arm. Is there someone else with a artificial body part? Let's see. If I give this to Frenchie. Oh, Frenchie's out of trade range. Can everyone group up? There we go. Osgolo's. Okay. If I give this to Frenchie. Come on, stand. You're next to him. Let's see how this is an issue. Frenchie, could you... Apparently... my left arm is okay. Alright, whatever. I'm not going to fret it. I just find it weird that I'm not able to repair myself. Alright, Queen, let's go search the rest of the guys. I'm sort of looking for... well, let's take food. Food is always nice. The repair kits are nice too, because they're worth a penny or two, you know? And, Queen, I've been using a lot of meds in this fight, so I'm going to take their meds too. They're big meds, at least. Now, these poor animals aren't slavers, and I don't imagine that they would choose to side with slavers if they could. Life of servitude for an animal is still servitude. So I'm not going to finish them off or anything like that. I'm just liberating the gear that's on them for my own purposes. So that's a lot of packet survival meals, or the Kenshi equivalent. Sorry, I'm speaking in RimWorld terms. Here's a bunch of mercenaries. That's kind of funny. They're probably... I don't know who they're hired to protect, because God knows they're not doing it. We'll take your bolt, though. Pack beasts. Well, I'm not sure. Port North. What do you think I'm doing? Oh. Yo, leave my slaves alone. They're not my slaves, but leave the slaves alone. Alright, let's go rifling through the buildings here, making sure that we didn't miss anyone accidentally. Because, yeah, there's still... oh, this is a funny little crossbow fight. There's still some, what are you, an escaped slave? Nope, you're just an anti-slaver. Oh, nice. I got the attraction. I attracted some anti-slavers here, which is very, very cool. Changing the course of this entire city. Now there are some yeah, that's not gonna work for me. Right, he's in a recovery coma. Now these buildings are, I've got nothing in them. But oh, hi. Yes, you. Definitely gonna let you go. No, I'm not moving. Alright, well, you wanted to be a slave. That's kind of sad, but it's been a while since I've been freeing slaves. Let's take a look. These cages all look empty. What about the bottom floor? I'm just sort of letting my guys run rampant through the cities here. Bottom floor is cleared as well. Yeah, as you can see here, there's always seems to be more guards somewhere. But I think the anti-slavers are now throwing down too. They're fighting. Oh, hella, your leg is bad. Oh, I'm out of splint kits, aren't I? Alright. Well, that's something I'm going to need to make an investment on. But look at this lovely anti-slaver. We should definitely help them out as much as we can. So I'm full out of splint kits. Yeah, I suppose that's true. I could see how that would happen. I've been oh, look at, oh, bye-bye. I've been, oh, you're a slaver boss. Yeah, definitely gonna kill you off. Bye-bye, slaver boss. Oh, nice. The anti-slavers are liberating people. Yeah, we've been suffering a lot of limb injuries and the like. Gonna finish off the samurai heavy. Intruder after them. Yeah, whatever. I poked in here looking for maybe a splint kit, but I don't think I'm gonna find them. Just this wacky, wavy, flailing guard. But I'll take a look. Actually, maybe, hella... Yeah, you can pick this lock. Queen doesn't often get the opportunity to murder people, so she's enjoying this. Oh, wow, they have very much not much in there. Just a string of cats. This guy can't even fight me. I, like, crippled both his arms. You can yell attack. Oh, man. Clop. Alright, Jordan just finished the dude. He is a enemy faction now, so it is allowable that I finish them off. What? Oh, that's a mercenary. I was like, how is there just a slaver sitting right next to my bull? Alright, hella, was there anything else in here? I don't think there was. I got the Meito blade, the Wakizashi, so I think that's the vast majority of what there is to have. Just some parchments and cups. But ooh, here's really good safe crack training. Because if I skill up some more with Hella, she might be able to pick that super vault safe that I wasn't able to open up earlier. Pearled cup, why not? Another pearl cup. Sure. It's getting weird now. That isn't mine. Yeah, I know. Alright. So let's go back to the barracks. Hello. Yeah. Hell ain't got no time for you. Nope. Still unable to tap into that. Okay. Well, I would say... Whoa, what is going on over here? Don't know. Some other... Oh, anti-slaver versus vagrants. Why would they be fighting each other? I have no idea, but that's not any of my concern. Alright, so some skimmers were camped out near my camps here. So what I'm going to do is heal up, and then I want to go chase down some more ancient books now that I've liberated some additional... liberated this city. Alright, Queen, I'm going to have you run around and patch people up. Thor has been enslaved. Oops, I did not see that. Thor, I'm sorry. I did not notice you were knocked out. Queen's gonna go fix that real quick. That'll be easy to fix. He's not yours. Yeah. Totally thought he was just sleeping in the bed like everyone else. Oh, so I did... His armor was stripped off of him because they have to use special anti-hiver shackles. So we'll patch him up, and I'm going to go get his armor. That would explain the empty bed. So he's going to be an ex-slave for a bit. Because he's going to look like a slave. Oh, you want a duel? You want a duel, old man? This is maybe not particularly safe, because Queen hasn't really meleeed in a while. But, you know what? Beat will come to her defense. Watch the difference of Beep fighting and Queen fighting. Yeah. It is different. What? Okay, there's my armor. Thor's armor, specifically. Beep. Finish him. Bye-bye. Definitely bye-bye. Permanent bye-bye. Alright, Queen ran over here to get the plate armor. Bye-bye. It is kind of nice that I'm a formal enemy of their faction, because now there is no reason I can't execute them. Actually, speaking of executing, it would help if these things did not pop back into consciousness and stayed down. But I don't want Beep to get unnecessarily encumbered, so... voila. Alright, Thor, you can go relax. I got your armor back, too. There it is. And we'll rest a little bit. So now I have to figure out where I want to hit next. Probably, like I said, I want to go to somewhere that has an ancient library. Or a tech lab, even. That'd be pretty cool. So maybe... yeah. I have thoughts. Alright, well, we're healing up. Let's check back on home. We did set up a... yep. Set this bad boy up. So, I don't know, do we have... I think we have an iron plate surplus now, but maybe not a steel bars. But I don't think I'll be adding any more to it. So another thing I want to start to do is the combat people that are home here, like Delirious and Slinky and whatnot. I want them to start equipping the tier 1 weapons. Is Slinky? Slinky. Slinky's set to anything. I'm going off of the patrons. So the patrons that, you know, requested characters, they told me sort of what sort of jobs they will want. So combat would be Pyro Knight. Or Carpo, rather. So Carpo, how's your weapon? Yeah, you could use a better weapon. Where are you, man? Oh, you are pretty far. You're somewhat encumbered. Well, here's a heavy plate for someone else. He can't wear it because he's a soldier. Heavy plates for non-soldiers. But you could use the... Nope, you can't use a helmet either. Okay, never mind. Pharaoh, Little Light. I'm just going through my list of people. Where's Louis? Oh, Louis already deployed. Oh, Louis, you could definitely use a better weapon, though. He's got really, really good armor and a cat weapon. Alright, so I'm just going to be equipping edge 1s, pretty much. But as you can see, we are definitely gearing up. Heavy plate. So this heavy plate will go to... I gotta figure that out. I don't actually have too many drones left that need heavy plates. A lot of the drones that I have left at home here are not going to be they're you know, they're not soldiers. All right, so we've got a hat there for Meat Pants, and then dig. You two are going to get one. And it will make it a lot easier to sort of identify them when I'm done. And that will be super convenient. Man, I still have so many shirts. Alright, Crab. You're going to get a bandana. Jert, what did you say you wanted to be? You are happy with anything. I definitely need more crafters than soldiers. So for now, bandana. I believe Dacatist is actually set to be a pacifist. So, is that true? Yes. He's supposed to be entirely a pacifist, so I'm going to have you even put away your weapons. Doesn't mean you necessarily have to go unarmored, but no weapons for you. You can keep that armor, though. Silver Shade. This armor is going to be super, super, super heavy for you, so it will be pretty funny. Have you run around in heavy plate armor. It's honestly... No, I shouldn't do that. It's going to be really seriously terrible for his crossbow skills. So never mind. I lied. Who here is home that could use the heavy armor? Blazer can, I think. He's our archivist, but, you know. The people that are home still could use really, really good armor anyway, just because spiders do spawn around here, and I don't foresee that they're gonna stop spawning magically. All right, so everyone over here should be all healed up, and they more or less are. So let's go pack up the camp. We've been laying in the guts of dead animals. It's too bad I can't double-click and dismantle all. That would be really, really cool. I don't also fully know why I made that cooking pot, but for aesthetics. Well, all in all, I would say pretty successful. Lady Kana has been executed. And our queen now has a Wakizashi that I could give to Hella. Hella has a Wakizashi. Alright, who has a lot of space? Green, you have a lot of space to collect some sleeping bags. And storing all the bags on thorns is definitely making this a lot faster as well. That's been kind of nice. Alright, that should be all of them. Perfect. We have a lot of ration packs. Ration packs are particularly dense food sources, so that's going to be pretty cool. We have a not insignificant bounty on our heads, and it looks like some sort of red dot raid, actually. I don't know what this... that right there next to Tengu's vault is, but probably should take a look at some point. So we're going to start marching out. Now, this slave camp is obviously not fully conquered. They're sort of still in the... trying to figure out what it means to be a slave camp with no leader. No, you're not going to get me. Just chill. Alright. I could stay here and fight forever, pretty much. It takes a lot to fully conquer. But I feel like I've done what I needed to do. And I'm happy to venture back out. Let's pick up the pace. Honey, I still think you're the slowest one here, so we'll have you lead the team. And we're going to head super far south. Alright, well, there's not going to be much to look at that. So let's get you guys over here set up. Alright, dig, that's where you are. So Hands of the Queen, I think I'm going to designate as our sort of like crafters. Oh, you're not supposed to have that either. So I'm going to put all these definitely non-combat people in that grouping. So this is Hive Soldier armor, Carpo. I'll hand this to you. I don't know how many helmets I really need beyond what I currently have, because a lot of what we have is soldiers. So I should probably slow down on how many helmets I'm making. Angel, we wanted you over here for that wool cap. You can't even wear it. Alright, we'll give you a black bandana. And you're not yet cooking, I know. The bar doesn't look much like a bar. I fully appreciate that. We still have some pretty good food sources here. And then the other issue, well, the other, not issue, but the other idea I have is to store all of the food in here, so it acts as also a granary. So let's do that. Storage, let's see, what do we need? We would need, I already have meat. We have a bread basket? Yeah, we have a bread basket. Grog barrels. Rum barrels. Sake barrels, as this is a bar. On the starter island, I'm going to have a shop counter. Shop counters are actually functional. Alright, so green fruit. And where's cactus? Cactus. And then we don't really want wheat in here because the wheat is unprocessed. But we would want flour next to the bread oven. And then water storage. Water tank. I'll put a water tank right in the middle of the kitchen. Kind of a weird place for it, but we need water for a lot of the cooking, so we need water in the bread oven, for instance. Alright, so that is a fair change of pace. Getting this all built out. And then that's where we're going to store all of the food eventually. All in one big building, so we can account for it, we know where it is, etc. Alright, cashier, you are going to definitely need to, well, first, I really need to find a backpack for you, buddy. But I want to move the med crate that I have in this hive hut. In truth, I don't really like the default hive huts, and I'm trying to phase them out, as you've probably been able to tell. So I haven't really employed the use of any of these hive huts in a while now. Alright, Angel, when you're idle, sit there. That's looking pretty good. So we don't have you cooking anything yet. Maybe I'll have you start cooking the bread. And hauling to the bread basket. Queue up a bunch of bread. We have a lot of wheat. And now we have automatic straw flour, so that's pretty nice. But back to cash. Did you put everything away? You have not. That's probably a good thing. I actually do find it annoying when they constantly squirrel things away. Especially med supplies. Because then you go deploying on some sort of combat tour or something like that. And you no longer have any meds. And you're like, oh, well, that sucks. Alright, I'm going to add storage for iron plates here as well. Because we have a lot of iron plates that we need to clean up from this island. Yeah, there's plenty of them. Alright, so that med crate is good and empty. And then there's still some other stuff, like those helmets and the big thing eggs and stuff like that we have yet to move. Alright, guys are passing by Stoat. Now, Stoat's still UC City. There is going to be some slave traders and traders guild in there. So I shouldn't... hanging out in UC cities is going to be a problem. Because we're basically constantly going to be getting into fights. Oh, wrong direction. Alright, good job, Cash. Probably need another light in there as well. Looks a little gloomy. Now, originally I was going to treat this room as the sort of food granary, but then I decided to have the bar over here. So, not even sure about the purpose of this room, to be honest. But I want to check in on my group over here, make sure they're all together. So it looks like acid is the slowest member now. Now Tengu's Vault is not somewhere I want to go just yet, so I'm going to avoid it. Oh, hey, skimmers. Now everyone, or almost everyone in this group, has some sort of bounty on their heads. Minus has, I guess, the highest bounty. Thor is queued as an ex-slave for a bit. It's going to take a while for that ex-slave designation to wear off, 89 hours. Because I didn't notice that he got knocked unconscious and enslaved as a result. That's my bad. So I think what I want to do is to sort of designate the Hands of the Queen being crafters only. And then everyone else can be not crafters only. So I have to go through the... Well, you know what I could do? It would be easier to just put everyone into keepers, and then it will violate the 25 attack squad or whatever, but only briefly. They're not an attack squad anyway. So Meat Pants and Dig, you're farmers. So Hands of the Queen. What else? We've got Skith, who's a brewer. We've got G-Man, who's our power. And those guys are going to need clothing. They're going to need the... I think I determined that it will be bandanas. So we'll queue up a few more bandanas. Some of these guys are, yeah, like Dakatist currently has hauling 2 hemp storage above the managing the looms. So that's kind of wrong. All right, so who else do we have? We've got Meat Pants. Jay is our engineer. That's sort of like he's the home team. I'm going to put him in front because he's also super, super geared out and ready for some battle. And in fact, ooh, he's going to get the first Edge 2 weapon that I manufactured. So Edge 2 is about as high as you could get in the weaponsmith, and it's actually, you can't even purposely manufacture Edge 2s. You manufacture Edge 1s, and you have a 25% chance based upon skill. So a crab here has a 25% chance to make it an Edge 2. So a quarter of my weapons will be Edge 2s, which is pretty terrible, arguably. But, you know, if we make enough Edge 1s, we'll eventually get an Edge 2 or so. All right, back to Keepers. So who else do we have? We've got Crab and Resnick, who are the weaponsmith. So Crab, Snowy, and Resnick. As you can see, they're armored up. Resnick has a soldier plate, so that's a little different. I guess that wool hat I can't even use. So G-Man. Let's get you down here wearing the requisite bandana. Skith, you as well. Resnick, we're going to have to put you into lesser armor so that you look appropriate. So, oh, but you know what? Soldiers can never wear, yeah, they can never wear anything on their heads. So maybe not even worry about that. Who's next? Then we have Heresy and Oboro, who both need to be moved. Heresy is Oboro's our crossbow crafter, and Heresy's the robotics, which means putting away some helmets for Oboro. Good ones too. Now, it does mean that the people that are home and crafters are particularly vulnerable, I realize, because they will be unarmored, but or lightly armored. Farm trader on the way to the hive. Interesting. But that's just a risk I'm going to take. All right, Angel, I want you in some sort of armor as well. There we are. Skith, you too. And eventually all these crafters will have, like, we'll equip them with decent armor. For now, it's just what I have left over or something like that. Alright, so going down the list, Blazer, you are our researcher. So you two are going to be ditching that nice helmet of yours in lieu of a bandana. A little bit of a downgrade, for sure. And probably, what I think I can do is stop doing Ronin helmets. I don't think I need them anymore. So what I'll do here is, yeah, alright. Blazer, and then Dakatist and Cash both need. So Cash, you are, again, just like Resnick, not going to be able to use the bandana either. But Cash is our, Dakatist is sort of the at-home pacifist, and then Cashian is the medic that mans the medic station. Have I already moved you? Where are you, Cash? Oh, there you are. Alright, so those are the dedicated crafters. And then some people are willing to float. So let's put a bandana over you. And then the people that are currently floating are, let's see, Slinky, who's currently sort of mining-ish. Now, all of these floaters, I can armor up because they aren't necessarily crafters only. And even the crafters, I'm obviously going to armor up at some point. And that's about all the gear. I have some helmets to hand out, but that's about all the gear I have to hand out. The perception penalties for these Ronin helmets are going to not... basically, I'm not going to be putting them on my crossbow people. So I probably, at this point, no longer need helmets. Which, yeah, as you can see, I've gotten rid of. Cool. Alright, Swarm. Where's Acid? Oh, we are being lasered. We are in the process of being lasered. Well, that's a lot of patching up. That's my bad. Uh-oh, that's real bad. Alright, let's get to cover. We should have come here at night when, oh, who's slaver caravans trying to shoot me? Come here at night when it's not so, lasery. Did we just murder him? Yes, we did. Yeah, we are going to lose a lot of our limbs and whatnot. So you can see the queen kept her arm, though. And the animals are unaffected as well. I don't know if standing in the shadow of this building really protects me the way I'm hoping it does, but guess I should have been paying attention down here. All right, let's get to the way station. This, if memory serves, might be a fully destroyed way station, but deserters? I'm not deserters. Go away. Hope you get lasered. And then I should also be on the lookout to... Who are you? Oh, wow, thralls. Yeah, so that way station is definitely not a point of interest. You know what? I'm going to head over to Shem. No, I'm heading the wrong way. Let's head up into these mountains and just camp. There's a lot of enemies running around, all these thralls. I'd like to be a little bit better healed. We have a lot of wounded. A lot of laser wounded. Now I know that this laser could potentially shoot anywhere, but at least if we're like tucked away somewhere that doesn't get a lot of foot traffic, it might spare us. Alright, so I am Red Rain. I'm going to send you out. Thorns, you are going to have to dump the bags out. And we'll just get camp bedding. Actually, the last 3 I won't need because the animals didn't take any damage. Green. Alright, so Red Rain is doing a little bit of scouting for me. Nope, green, you gotta keep constructing them. Sorry, buddy. Here's an old tower that really doesn't have anything in it. Ruined control tower. And we'll keep poking around. Obviously, we're going to have to plan to move around at night when the lasers are inactive. Or otherwise, we're going to be definitely constantly wounded. Alright, well, everybody that needs resting is resting. Here's an old tower that I can't go into. So I think, yeah. I think I want to poke through the Venge's towers here. That's sort of the thing I'd like to do, but I'm gonna have Red Rain explore a little bit to the west first, because actually that might be the first place I start. Let's hope the lasers miss me as I sleep. Sorry, thralls, you are way too slow. Alright, so this is the tower I'm going to hit up first. Did Red Rain just get stuck? No. Sort of? Yes. You definitely got stuck. You, like, teleported, and now I have to come fetch you. Well, it's nighttime. Which means everybody's healed up, but I have to break camp, which takes a bit. So, for those of you who are familiar with the NPC that is in the Tower of Abuse, this, I might remind you, is a hiver-only series, and we are adhering to that, despite the fact that the Queen is maybe part non-hiver. I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm probably not going to get to it this episode, because we're coming to a close, and then next episode I'm going to announce all of the results of the voting, which means we will know about walls and turrets and that kind of stuff. Oh, look! We've got some thralls coming to mess with us. They do not have particularly good weapons. They're landing some decent hits, though. I will tell you. Well, they were. They aren't anymore. And as you can see, the typical gear they have is some mediocre horse choppers. Not anything to write home about. Alright, that's all beds. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a splint kit, and that might That might come back to haunt me a little bit at some point. Now let's all follow acid. And now that it's nighttime, the lasers are done. Farm trader has arrived. This might be my opportunity to buy, like, rice. Because I've needed rice for a while. So, Angel, I think you're the close... Where is the trader? Yeah. You should be right next to... Oh, there they are. Show me your wares. Really? You came all this way? You don't have rice? Fine. Well, bye. I'm not buying anything from you. Oh, there's a thrall that's messing with me. They are pretty squishy as far as enemies go. I think there was another thrall that I just walked away from. Alright, Queen. Wow, you have a really messed up right arm. Pick up Red Rain. Oh, so he... Yeah, I see. All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to end the episode right at the entrance of the Tower of Abuse. If you have yet to vote, go ahead, rodamont.com or the announcement section of Discord, and cast your votes. If you have any tips and tricks and feedback for me, drop me a line. If you're a patron of mine and you would like a character named after you or animal or something like that, you got to let me know so I can do that for you. And I'll catch you all later. Thank you so much for watching. Adios.